Hello, everyone. It's Tamrin here, and I am coming to you live ahead of opening enrollment for my Moolah Club live online course launch edition, answering questions around online courses. And one of the things that I asked recently on Facebook was, if you aren't selling an online course right now, why aren't you on selling, or why aren't you? And a lot of the responses that I got here from you guys, people who I know, was around not knowing what course you would teach. So what I'm going to do in this video is I am going to address all of those questions in a series of videos, but today I'm going to specifically answer what you could teach. And how I'm going to do that is, number one, I'm going to share about my own online course, the first one that was successful, that I monetized. And hint, it wasn't about what my career focus and expertise had been up until that point. And then I'm going to look at 4 other South Africans who have an online course, either as their primary business or as an additional income stream in their life, and show you that perhaps even their courses are not necessarily about what their work was up until that moment, but also we're going to snoop using a secret snooping formula on what kind of revenue you can make by looking at how many people they have in their paid online communities. So if that sounds good, stick around, and I'm going to build a case for you and give you some ideas around what your own online course could be about. And the way that I'm going to start is I'm going to show you my own journey. So I used to be a corporate trainer. That means I used to fly around the world delivering communication style workshops. I used to teach pitch and presentations and personality styles. I used to facilitate workshops around that. And when I first took a big deep dive into the online course launch space, I thought I was going to teach that. So if I've got this tab open here for you. This is Facebook. I started an online brand called Speak with Influence, and you can see back in 2016, I thought, okay, I'm going to start an influence challenge, and I'm going to teach what I used to teach in the offline world online. And that took me on a huge journey of traveling to the States and going to conferences. You can see I was vlogging. And when I say vlogging, it was before Facebook Live. It was when I was making an actual video on my phone and uploading it to Facebook around my journey. And I went to some conferences in the States to learn all about some serious digital marketing, and all the while thinking I was going to teach what my professional focus had been up until then, which was communication training. And what I discovered when I learned the power of this business model, and I went across to the States to this big conference and met other people from all over the world who were teaching online, and I saw that yes, you can make a course about what you focus on. Like you see here, I called it the new classroom. I was going to teach other corporate trainers. I was going to teach everything that I'd been doing. But when I met these people at the conference who had like cake decorating businesses, making 8 figures US, or dog training businesses, I realized that I could teach about anything if I mastered these kind of Jedi level digital marketing skills. So yes, I did start with the idea that I was going to teach what my area of expertise is, but that isn't what ended up happening. What ended up happening is I wanted to have kids, and I knew that I needed to not travel around and deliver workshops in India and France and Spain. And as soon as I started Speak with Influence, I just knew that I wasn't passionate about it. So I decided to try my hand at teaching about other things that I had been successful at, because I saw cake decorating and dog training, like I said, all these things that just seemed to be people's hobbies, things that they had a level of success at. So my son was born 2017. And by then, I had like a real hanging in the morning. Like I really had to get it successful. At that point in time, my husband and I had been experimenting with cryptocurrency. So after abandoning my professional background, the very first community that I created and I applied my digital marketing skills was about teaching people and telling people about our cryptocurrency portfolio. So I started Crash Course Crypto, and I used all of the sort of Facebook ads and like funnels that I'd learned about to create a online audio around cryptocurrency, and that was really getting some nice traction. This is like our welcome video. You can see now this is like late 2017, and two major things in that video there. You see me, I think I'm like 6 or 7 months pregnant in that video. Two major things happened. One, the crypto market took a big dive, and two, Facebook banned cryptocurrency advertising. And at that point in time, my son was arriving, and I decided to put my course journey on ice for a while until something changed. And what I ended up doing was focusing on affiliate marketing for that year, because I already had built this audience. You can see there were there was like over 1,000 people who joined me in the Crash Course Crypto space, and I sold complimentary things, but that is a different video. I'll teach you about affiliate marketing in another video. And another thing I did after that was renovate a space in our new house for Airbnb. So that gave me my next idea. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had Airbnbs in Cape Town. I've just done an Airbnb here in South Africa, in KwaZulu-Natal. Let me tell other people about my Airbnb journey. So that it was the next course that I created. It was called Airbnb Starter Kit. And Airbnb Starter Kit was basically everything you need to know to go from zero to opening your own Airbnb. And by that point, I'd done like 5 or 6 different Airbnbs. So I created this course program. I ran the course live over 6 weeks, and I recorded the recordings, and my students got a whole bunch of success. So eventually this was my sales page, Airbnb Starter Kit. My promise was 0 to booked in 30 days. And then I had a lot of people who I gave the courage to start their Airbnb. They were able to fund, like a new driveway. They were able to fund their holiday. I really started to get a sense of accomplishment and success. And I want to show you by 2019, like already 2 years into the journey of learning about digital marketing, what this Airbnb course-based business looked like. So I'm going to show you literally the online merchant, the online payment gateway for that period when I started this course-based business. So I've set the dates from right when I started. I told you about my cryptocurrency journey. If you see here, this was when I opened this Stripe account, and then I had that little crypto peak where I started selling crypto training, and then a crypto launch, and then my Airbnb training from the beginning of 2019. So that was my very first launch of Airbnb Starter Kit. And as I say, I ran that live, as in, I just got to move this over, as in I had actual human beings live on a call with me. It was 1 hour a week for 6 weeks, where I ran the sessions. And remember, I had like a 1-year-old at this point, or he was almost 1, so I was still very much in mom phase. It was very much a side hustle, a part-time gig. Then I launched it again, and what I did in this case is I took those exact recordings, as in the ones that I did live in January, and I repackaged them into a membership portal, and I sold them again. And then I did the same thing again, and then I did the same thing again over the course of a year. So you can see like the total revenue from the one set of recordings that were packaged and repackaged came to, like, at that point in time, like $41,000. And obviously the exchange rate is a bit different, but that was, as a side hustle that took me a couple of hours a week. It was like almost 800,000 Rand at that point, for like a mom who was dealing with a brand new baby. So that was my first experience of being successful in creating a course and selling it over and over again. And the reason that I'm such an advocate for creating a course is because of that. You can do it from anywhere. You can do it while you're at home with your kids. You can do it while you're traveling, and you can make it once and you can sell it over and 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 over again. And today, that same course is inside my Muller Club membership. It looks like this. I've rebranded it, but it is literally the same initial recordings that are available to my students. And over time, I refined my process, etc. And I teach it better when I speak about it. But it is a really powerful business model. So I wanted to show you that as my journey obviously you saw I was showing you up to 2020 when the hospitality industry went totally pear-shaped, and that was when I shifted into teaching about courses and doing done-for-you course launches for clients and mentoring and consulting about courses, which is like literally what we're doing here today. So what I want to do now is I want to jump, so that's my entry point and my story, and that to some people that may seem like a little bit, and to some people that may seem like a lot. But what I want to build a case for now is showing you that it can be your main business, and I'm going to give you some examples now of people who have gigantic course-based businesses with numbers that are hard to think about. But I'm also going to give you some side hustle examples, like some realistic examples of South Africans who have a course as just one income stream. And in almost every single case, the course is not necessarily about like their main work. So if you're a travel agent, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you're a doctor, or if you're a physiotherapist, or if you're a personal trainer, or if you're a corporate trainer, there's two routes, right? You can make a course to supplement your existing business, as in it complements what you're doing currently and brings in an additional income stream into your current business. Or it could be about something completely different, something that you've done in your life, something that you've achieved. Like in my case, I'd set up a series of Airbnbs successfully, and I could easily teach people, particularly beginners who had no clue, all the things that I learned along the way, right? And in the same with cryptocurrency, with our cryptocurrency portfolio. So even though in the beginning when I started, I thought I was going to teach like my main work up until then, which was teaching and presentation training, my most successful courses and the courses that I've enjoyed making the most are actually just about the stuff that I've done in my life. And that could be the same for you. So it could be about your work, but it could be, maybe you're a travel agent, but maybe you're a mother of twins. So maybe you could have a membership about what that means, or what other twin parents need, for example. So what I'm going to do now, oh my gosh, I've got a cough. I really hope I don't have a coughing fit. I'm going to show you some other people, okay? This is an international example of a woman. She's got a gigantic course-based business. She is very famous. Her name is Denise Duffield-Thomas. And she's the one international example I'm going to give you. She teaches about something called money mindset. So you can apply this little sneaky how to snoop on somebody formula to anyone. If somebody shows you ads, or anybody you know who's in the online space, you can do what I'm doing now, and you can get a good sense around like what the revenue potential is of their business, and then obviously for your potential business. So Denise Duffield-Thomas' big program is called Money Bootcamp. So I've gone ahead already and clicked on the sales page, and she sells her Money Bootcamp program for $2,497. So that's called a high ticket program. That means it's expensive. And the course launch space, that's quite normal to have a high ticket program. And she has, so 2497, I'm just working it out. So she has been at this business for 10 years. So now I'm showing you like someone far down the line, like if you started a course-based business and you stayed with it for 10 years, what it could look like. And the way I'm doing that is I've gone onto Facebook and I've typed in Money Bootcamp, because often these courses come with a private Facebook community. And when you find it, it's like one of the first results. You'll see that she's had 8,800 people. If you see that there, 8,800 members in her private Facebook group that comes with that course. So if I take the price of the course and I times it by the number of people in the Facebook group, that is in US dollars, 21,973,600. I feel like Zuma, I don't even know how to say that number. If it was 22,000 and we round it off, that is literally 410 million rand. That is literally like half a billion rand from course sales, selling that one course. Now it may be more, it may be less. Obviously, I'm snooping based on how many people joined her Facebook group. Maybe there's even more people who didn't join her Facebook group. Maybe she had a different Facebook group. Like, it's an estimate, right? But that is probably one of the biggest examples. Like, that is as good as it gets. If you manage to master this business model, that is what could happen in 10 years. And as I say, she teaches about money mindset. That means like your attitude and your beliefs about how much money you can make. So just like one really, really simple topic. The next person I want to talk about is a South African, because you might be thinking, okay, well, that's fine for someone international. By the way, Denise Duffield-Thomas is Australian. Anne Wilson is a South African woman. She has lived all over the world. She does serve an international audience. She has a wonderful message. She teaches about investing and financial freedom and financial savvy, but she does it in a way that is really captivating. She has like lots of glowing reviews. She's really, really successful. And her signature program is called Financial Freedom University. And I couldn't find the price of it on her website. But if I remember correctly, it's like almost $2,000. So if I apply the exact same logic and I say 1997, because these pricing has always got like nines in it, by the number of people in this Facebook group, 1,100 members, that equals 2,1,009. Anyway, I'm definitely zoomering it. It's like over $2 million, right? So if I type that number in here into rands, that's like a lot of rands. Again, these are not, I don't have any inside info on this. I'm just snooping from the outside. And what I do know is that Anne Wilson has been in business for like also more than 10 years. So I'm showing you two like cream of the crop, like where it can really go business models. So if you might be thinking, okay, great, so that's 10 years, like what does it look like after just a few years? I want to show you another local example of somebody called Lean Girl. Lean Girl has 3 ways you can work with her. She's got a membership and she's got a course. We're talking about courses called Lean Body Lab. That is an 8-week, I think, program. And hers is not high ticket. This is considered low ticket. It's $69. And if I apply the exact same formula and I snoop on Facebook and I see and I find her Facebook group, Lean Girls Club, she's also had a very huge number of students in there, 9,100 times 69 in US dollars. That's, that's like 600,000 US dollars. And I don't know exactly how long she's been at it, but if we look on the Facebook group, we'll see that this group was created in 2019. So that's basically when my course launch journey started for Airbnb Starter Kit. And that is a really, again, speculation, but a really sizable number. So these are like some gigantic examples of me showing you that Lean Girl wasn't always in health and fitness, and Wilson wasn't always teaching about financial freedom. These were things that these individuals became successful at in the other areas of their life, and they started teaching about it. And Wilson used to be an engineer, and Lean Girl used to be in the jewelry industry. And I think Denise Duffield-Thomas has done all kinds of things. And the last example I want to show you is another local example. This is actually ex-student of mine who started a course-based and membership-based business, and we're going to look at her membership-based business called Unstuck, which is also low ticket, 169,000 Rand a month. And if we do the exact same formula, she's very recently on her journey. She's got 55 members at 169. That's a monthly recurring revenue of if those are all paying members in her Facebook group, I don't know, but I can assume so. That's like almost 10 grand monthly recurring revenue. Now, I've been talking about revenue. So that means the money that comes in from courses. And of course, there's expenses involved in running a business. So that doesn't include what software and contractors and tax and salary and whatever it takes for somebody to run a business. But what I'm showing you here is that 1, your course-based business could be about something different in your life than your main work, and 2, you can start with it as a supplement to your life. in the last example, Mandy's Unstuck membership. It's not her main work. Her main work is a stay-at-home mom. She looks after her kids. But it's something that she has coming into her life on the side. And if she keeps at it and she wants to and makes it her main focus, it could become one of those gigantic businesses like I showed you in the beginning. So go ahead and let me know, wherever you're watching this, in the comments, what you think you could make a course about now that you've seen some of these amazing examples. And keep your eyes out for my next video. I'm going to be teaching about this over the whole rest of June and a little bit into July before I open enrollment for my program, which takes place over the rest of the year to help you make a start at your own online course-based business. Until next time, I'm going to come and see what you wrote in the comments around what your course can be about. I'll see you then. Ciao.